One teammate that you would not let make the turkey.
Not let make the turkey?
To cook? Darnell Savage.
That was really quick.
Yes.
Why not?
He's a bad person.
Keyshawn Nixon. He looked like he'll burn the whole house down.
He can't cook.
Romeo.
He don't wear deodorant. He ain't cooking nothing. He ain't gonna cook. So why would you let him cook your food?
Shoot, according to my wife, my beige flag is I can't cook, so probably me. I don't know where to start.
The deodorant directly relates to the turkey?
Yeah.
I just don't think Romeo knows how. Yeah, Romeo.
You can't let him in the kitchen.
Have you ever cooked for you before?
No, and I would never eat his food. Fashion, he got the fashion, you know what I'm saying? But worry about their food and stuff. Nah, I don't see that.
There's just some people's kitchens you don't go into.
And he's one of them.
Keyshawn looked like he'll burn the house down if he makes the turkey. And laugh about it.
Hello, Packers fans. Welcome into PackersNews.com. I'm Kassidy Hill. As you heard there from the guys in the locker room this week, it is a very special week, Thanksgiving week, and there are a few teammates they would not let make their turkey. Keyshawn Nixon, Romeo Doubs seem to be the prevailing vote there. But it doesn't matter because today the Detroit Lions are taking care of it. I mentioned to a few of the guys this week, I said, you know, if you win on Thursday, you get to eat turkey on the field, and Romeo Doubs was not aware of that. So something to look forward to possibly if the Packers can pull out what would be a very tough win. Of course, that turkey on the field after the win started with John Madden. Both teams honoring John Madden today. It says John Madden Thanksgiving in the end zone here at Ford Field, and Packers are wearing John Madden patches on their uniforms to honor the late legendary broadcaster. Of course, as we said, going to be a very, very tough matchup for the Packers today here in Detroit. It would have been a tough matchup no matter what, but there are 7 inactives, 6 of whom are starters or regular contributors. They are Jair Alexander, Aaron Jones, Rudy Ford, Devondre Campbell, Dontavian Wicks, Josiah DeGuara, and Caleb Jones. All of those other than Caleb Jones, as I said, either starters or regular contributors. Aaron Jones, not too surprising. There was really no chance of him playing today after spraining his MCL on Sunday. And, of course, tight end Luke Musgrave was put on injured reserve yesterday with what we now know and have been able to confirm is a lacerated kidney. He could be out. He's going to be out at least for 4 games because he's on IR. He could be out for the rest of the season. And so then to have Josiah DeGuara out today as well with a hip injury, Packers are going to be very, very thin at that tight end and fullback position. They elevated Pearson. Sorry, I had to think about it for a second. From the practice squad yesterday. So Pearson will be able to fill in today. On wide receiver, not having Dontavian Wicks is going to be a huge, huge blow. He was someone who had really sort of found his step the past few weeks and become super, super reliable for Jordan Love, especially over the middle of the field. With Wicks out, expect to see Samori Toure get some more snaps today. And there will be a lot of snaps through the air given the limited availability in the running back group. The Packers do have A.J. Dillon active today. That was up in the air after a limited week of practice, albeit all through walkthroughs. But not having Aaron Jones and then Emmanuel Wilson also being placed on IR, the Packers were going to be thin at that spot. But they re-signed Patrick Taylor from the New England practice squad to the active roster this year. Taylor has spent on and off 3 years with the Packers. They also signed James Robinson off of their practice squad to the active roster, or elevated, to the active roster for game day. Robinson has not been on a game day roster yet this season, but of course, just a couple of years ago, put together the most scrimmage yards of any undrafted rookie in NFL history. So someone that we know can be electric, but has not been in the past year or so. With Wicks out, though, I expect to see more, as we said, Samori Toure, but a lot of Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, and Jaden Reed. Not having Aaron Jones in the run game either will also mean even more and more snaps for Jaden Reed because he was actually the leading rusher last week. A lot of that due to his 32-yard touchdown on that end around. But that's kind of how the Packers can manipulate their run game. without Aaron Jones is by using Jaden Reed on some of those jet sweeps, on some of those end arounds, on some of those coming out of the backfield. There were several times he even lined up in the backfield with Josiah DeGuara as if it was a two-back set on either side of Jordan Love. So going to have to get creative here today. You are going to have to get creative to beat the Lions no matter what, but especially given the personnel that the Packers now have coming into today. An 11:30 a.m. Central kickoff, so it's going to be an early day. So get in and sit down and watch the game before you have your Thanksgiving meal. Tom Silverstein will have his live blog starting about half an hour before the game, so it should be pretty soon here. I'm looking at, about another 40 minutes or so. And then we will have full coverage for you on PackersNews.com throughout the game as well, and we will have wrap-up coverage for you here. We will have a Green 19 podcast wrapping up the game as well, but it might be a little bit shorter because you need to be able to spend that time with your family this holiday weekend. Stay tuned to PackersNews.com as we get ready to take you into kickoff for Packers versus Lions. We'll see you later, guys.